Let's try this again. Alright. There we go. Can you guys all hear me? How we all doing? Can you guys hear me? Hey, what's going on, boo-boos? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Alright, so today I'm actually going to show you some footage of the new Hunter. I saw some of the footage out there. I saw some of the content out there. I think they do a relatively good job. I don't think they do a good enough job, so I want to try to answer some of your questions. Talk about some of the things that's going on with this new Hunter. Where I think that she's going to belong. You know, all of these sorts of things. I have exclusive content for you guys that I'm going to keep onto a live feed for now. Unfortunately, I have a real life career, so you know I can't always come out first with content, but usually I try to at least be a little bit more thorough with the content. This allows me to at least be somewhat marketable. What's going on? I know rank's going to be starting soon, so we got to get moving on to this right away. So this is exclusive footage that I'm going to be showing you guys right here. So a lot of people are confused with her build. So you guys probably have seen content with her already. Let me make sure that this is actually showing. Okay. Let me transform. Let me stretch this to screen. We're going to stretch this to screen. Okay. So hear me out, okay? Let's talk about some of these things with her. So I'm going to show you the first footage, the first gameplay. Some of the things that you're going to learn with her. First of all, I'm pretty sure that her build is going to definitely be insolence and down. I can't picture a different way of playing with her other than playing left and down. Okay? One of the main reasons why is because her second ability is what really separates her as a hunter from the rest of the pack. But early game, she might be a little difficult to utilize. So, with any hunter that really requires their second skill to flourish, what do you need? You need insolence, right? So, I do believe that she's going to have an insolence build. I think she's going to be left and down for her primary build. We're going to fast forward this a little bit, okay? And one of the things, hopefully my content is a lot higher quality. I saw all the other stuff on YouTube, and it was all pretty garbage quality. You're going to have to deal with a pretty bad ping, and I apologize for that. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to show gameplay of like you actually not knowing how to play the character. Like a lot of people on YouTube, what they'll do is they'll put content after doing it a while. And so what's interesting with this ability, right, is you absolutely can hit with your mirror image, okay? Now this is not going to be the strategy that you're doing. You are not going to be doing this when you play her. The strategy is that typically when the survivor is running away, you put the mirror down and you and your clone will approach her. And so as she's running away, you have two clones that are approaching her. You have yours and you have your clone, and you can swing while she has distance from you, okay? So this whole, like you see what I'm doing, you're not going to do that. And most of the time, you'll press the one button. You'll actually press the one button so you can teleport. So a lot of the YouTube videos are doing a good job showing you guys that this is how the hunter is played, but this is not the strategy. Okay? This is not the strategy that you're actually going to be utilizing with her. A lot of her strategy, first of all, on the test server, they only play against bots. And with a computer, you can put this as far away as you want. But as you can see, if I keep going forward, you see how I'm swinging? So I can hit, right? But you're not going to really be using this, right? You might use it once, but the primary role to do this is by using one and teleporting towards them. A lot of the YouTube videos that you're seeing the hunter use their mirror to hit from far away. That is a strategy, but I don't think it's going to be a popular one, because then you can press 1 and you can teleport. That is what the main thing is. So not only can you have distances that You can close with her, so she's a gap closer, all right? But you also can stop the tight kiting. So the idea with her, the overall purpose with this hunter, is you can use your ability to have a gap closer, and you can use it for tight kiting as well. So I'm just going to show you. All right, so when you move, see how if you have a survivor running from you, you see how you can have your clone do this and kind of come from two separate angles. So if you're just running straight, you can have your clone come in and kind of bridge that gap. And then if they get too far away, you can teleport towards them just like as if you were, like, let's say a Hellumber, right? So where she shines is when you unlock that second skill, okay? And the second skill on this, you see me, remember, she's going to go exactly so you can hit with this sort of thing, okay? The second skill is when she's really, really dangerous, and that's why she's going to need insolence, because it's still going to be a little bit difficult using this skill. It's going to take a lot of time. A lot of people are going to come out and say that she's overpowered or all this. I don't think we're going to see her true potential for probably 2 months. When she's released, we're probably not going to... So this is how you're supposed to use it. You see how you're closing? And then you can strike her with that. Now, you can see that I don't have the timing down, okay? Now, normally you wouldn't be doing this either. You can just press 1 and you can close the gap. But I just want to show that real quickly, okay? Where, let's go back to this real quick. This is how you're going to see her realistically be used. Where somebody's running away from you, right? Especially with the left or right build. And if you can time this correctly, you can swing and hit her. Now, if I were to swing right there, I would have been able to hit her. Now, more importantly, look at... can you guys see my mouse? Can somebody say yes or no? Can you see my mouse or no? I don't think you can see my mouse. Okay, so here's the thing. Look it in front of me. I didn't even realize this at first. Right in front of me, directly in front of my regular character, you're actually going to see a... So this is her second when her presence is unlocked. That's actually a duplicate of her. I can actually swing with my regular character and hit that doctor right here. See her running towards me right here, towards my main body. If I swing and hit that, it's almost like a buffed up version of the original skill. Okay? So whereas over here, right, when I put my thing down, when I put my mirror, right, I have to like kind of estimate where she is and stuff. It's hard to do. But when you have maximum presence, and this is where a lot of people are getting this incorrect, this information incorrect. When you have max presence with your skill, it also gives you a duplicate of the survivor, so you no longer have to... So when you're... The reason why you can hit the survivor, watch. The reason why you can hit this survivor coming towards me is because it's the direct appropriation of your shadow or of your mirror self. That's why you can strike her. All it is a guide for you to properly control your mirror self. So if I were to swing at this, you guys are going to see this in a little bit. Okay? Let's fast forward this for a second. So watch. Watch this right here. So this is maximum presence. Maximum presence. Watch this. By the way, she doesn't have to go through the door. Okay, but watch this. You see this? The reason why I can swing and hit this is because it's showing me a replica of her, of the doctor, and you're technically swinging it with yourself. So watch. You see this running here? If I swing, I can hit her. And the reason why I can hit her is because all it is a guided version of you actually controlling your mirror self. So this is where people are getting confused with her. Yes, you can absolutely get a replicated version of the survivor. Now, there's a lot of questions in terms of her balance. Now, there's a few things that you need to know. Now, remember, on the test server, there's really bad ping. So it's really hard to judge the hitbox. But if the hitbox is as accurate as what it is, and it's not relative to bad ping, her hitbox is worse than Geisha's. Let me make that very clear. If it's not due to the ping, her hitbox is worse than Geisha. So she has an awful hitbox, but it could be relative to bad ping. Okay? So if it is relative to bad ping, then don't take my word for it. The whole point of her is to get your maximum presence. So she's going to be an insolence build. which is going to be very interesting because remember, the entire point of coming out with Trump's card was to allow hunters to actually be able to beat high tier survivors. And then they come out with a hunter that's not going to reap the benefits of Trump's card whatsoever. Because this character is going to absolutely need to gain maximum presence. I did a match without maximum presence, and I think I had to pretty much eliminate like 2 people. Well, there isn't the same save mechanism, but you'll have to at least eliminate 1 full person with 2 saves to get max presence. By then, the game is done. So if you want to use this ability, she's going to be an insolence built hunter. Now this is why the test server needs more high tier, so you guys get access to this information. So you understand the mechanisms of how she's actually going to work in competitive gameplay. And she can be very frustrating using that mirror self early game, because a lot of survivors will do a relatively decent job at kiting it, but you also have to be careful. Because remember, when she uses that mirror self, she'll try to strike you with her mirror self, and then she'll probably teleport. So the mechanism will be, let me see if I can hit you. If I don't, I teleport. That most likely will be the big strategy with her. Alright? And so, again, this is what makes her dangerous. When she gets max presence, it's super hard. Now, there's something that I want to show you guys. I'm not sure if I have it on video, but I would like to read you a direct translation of her skill. We do have Chinese translators who are on our squad, and they help us with the information. And so what this is essentially saying, let me see if I can. I don't think I'm going to be able to mirror this over. But when you pretty much click her main skill, this is a direct translation, so you guys should hear this. Madam Red can place water mirrors to create an image. The image produced can go through objects, and its location is related to Madam Red. Survivor can only take up to 1 damage at the same time. So if you and your mirror self converge on the survivor and you swing, and you hit the survivor and your mirror self hits the survivor, it only counts as 1 attack. So you can't insta 1 kill them, okay? Only you or your mirror self with 1 strike will register an attack. Now, in order to understand that, you need to understand how to play her, where I feel like a lot of people who are showing you her content aren't doing a good job. They're showing you the fancy things, like, oh, I could put a mirror and swing with my mirror self and terror shock you off. Yeah, I guess you can do that, but it's going to be super difficult. The real strategy is this, where they're running away and you have 2 that converge on, you have yourself and your mirror self converging on the survivor. Alright? So when they converge and you swing, there's only 1 hit. Okay? So let me just start that again. Madam Red can place water mirrors to create an image. The image produced can go through objects, and its location is related to Madam Red. Now this is very important. This is what makes her a strong hunter. Pay attention. Okay? Survivor can only take up to 1 damage at the same time. Image does not get affected by anything, which means that magnets do not affect her image, which means the rugby ball doesn't affect her image. The Enchantress stun does not affect her image. They essentially came out with a hunter where if you can use that mirror image correctly, it's invincible. It does not get stunned. It can't be nothing. It can go through magnets. It can go through anything. It goes through objects. You can't stun it with a pallet. Okay? So we'll convene on this. Let's see what else we have here. Again, we'll do it. So we'll show what it's like. So we'll put this down. You see her mirror self? You see that mirror self? Boom. So that's the clone of that, and again, that's gonna take max presence. When you don't have max presence, the real question is how good are you? So again, she's gonna be an insolence build. And what's also interesting is that, watch this, right? Sometimes themselves can go through objects, so you have to be careful with the movement of the survivor. Now, I haven't really touched base on the second skill yet. This is what I was talking about. It only counts as 1 hit. So that's what they're talking about in the description. She was halfway health, right? Halfway health. That's why she went down. But if she was at full health, this would only be one. This would only be one attack. It would be only one damage. All right, so watch this. It'd only be one damage. Okay, so it's not gonna do two. There are some more things that I need to test out. Okay, there's some more things that need to be tested out, and what that includes is, does your mirror self carry detention? If you hit her mirror self and you have detention, is it still a one-hit kill? That's something that I would like to test. The mirror, I believe, only spins to 90 degrees. It does not do 180. So we're going to move along with this real quick. All right, so this is where some of the stuff gets interesting. Let me see. You'll start seeing me get, you'll start seeing some improvement. And again, I'm going to show you something, right? So as you convene, right there, you see how that's one hit? So you and your mirror self are only going to do one hit, okay? Now, remember, if you hit the number 1, you teleport. You go right to your... So here's me just trying to have fun, trying to figure out how to control it. Now, I don't know if when you're a survivor, if you actually are able to see her mirror. I don't know yet. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if anyone can confirm that, because on the test server, you can only really go against bots. So you unless it's blackjack mode, I think. Even then, I can't remember. So yeah, so this is you going away. You can try to swing. This is me just seeing how to work, but that's me pressing 1. Okay? So what I'm essentially doing right here is that this is me using that first skill. I try to swing, doesn't connect. I press the number 1. You see that on the corner there, the bottom right? And that gives me enough time to show where I need to go. Alright, so it's going to happen right here. Now, using her on the computer will be easier because you just use your mouse and you can really set this apart. Alright? She'll be easier to use. I think that she has a lot of potential with tight kiting, anti-tight kiting. We'll see how people use her. Alright? And when you go against bots and stuff, you don't really want to hit them unnecessarily because they don't heal each other. So that's why I'm not really... So this is me trying to get better. Me found. Alright, so here we go. Let's show you guys some stuff. So this is how you're going to probably use her. Like this. You see how... So if you were to keep running... If you were to keep running right here... You see how your I almost said shadow clone jutsu. Jesus, I've watched way too much Naruto in my life. See how you could use... If you were to keep running... You see how you can use that mirror self to kind of hit him? And watch it. This is what's going to hit him. I'm not hitting him. This is my clone. This is my mirror self hitting him. I'm too far away from him. My hitbox is awful. So this is actually my my mirror self that hits him. And so this is what's going to make her dangerous. And that was me kind of turning it using my second skill. Alright, so I'm going to show you a Terror Shock. So this is all the stuff that everyone's like showing you on YouTube and stuff. All the fun stuff. Alright, so if you can time that correctly, you can hit. Now no high tier is going to fall for that. No high tier is probably going to fall for that. What's going to be interesting though is using this against tight kiters. Use this against tight kiters, you put your mirror down and you can start swinging. Now watch this. Remember what we talked about? Look behind me, right? See that? See behind me? I actually ended up getting a terror shock on her. So what's going to be interesting is that on the yeah. So here we have a gardener, and now watch. You're going to see the gardener go right through this. See that? I don't really have a good attack, and I can't find her because she's going through stuff. So that's where Madam Red is going to be very dangerous, is with max presence. See? And that's going to be easy. There's no way to kite it. There's going to be like no way to really kite that. So if you give her... That's the other scary thing, is that you can end up hitting them twice with the same mirror image. I just did it. Right? So that's where I'm kind of sketched out a bit. So watch this. This survivor has full health. Right? Hit it once. I have a feeling that they're going to nerf this, but we'll find out. And it's still there. It hasn't disappeared. Look at my number 1. So, pretty much, you can just use your skill and get an easy double hit on this person. So, my first preliminary thoughts, is that I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to complain about this. Alright, because remember, being a survivor, you could be full health, you just put down a skill and it's an automatic kill. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? What do you guys think? I'm reading the comments right now, like legitimately. Tell me what you think. Oh, my handsome face is in the way. Okay, so we're gonna go back on that real quick. Watch this, right? What are you talking about? Why'd you stop working? Oh, don't do this to me now. Okay, hold on, guys. Yo, it would not be a Perswayable stream if there weren't technical issues. Okay. So watch this, okay? So that indicator right there, number 1, look at my first skill. That tells you how long your skill lasts for, right? So watch. You hit it once, it's still alive. Your skill is still active, and you can hit it again. This is with max presence. Now, you gotta remember that all they have to do is really cut your image. At that point, if they cut your image, then they're gonna be able to avoid it. But the problem is that cutting the image is gonna be difficult because the mirror chick goes through all the pallets. You can't stun her, I don't think. It goes through pallets, she goes through magnets. So really, you just gotta dodge? I don't even know. Yeah, that's a good point. Is that if you hit somebody, they're just gonna keep running forward. That's very true. But remember something. That when the person keeps running forward, all you have to do is press 1 to teleport to them. Right? So look at, right? Remember that. I'm going after the image, right? So we got this person here. They're running away, right? There's no way he can dodge it. He can't dodge it. What is he gonna go through? The damn window? And even look at, he's got nowhere to run. So even if he does, right? You can hit him, and then if he keeps running forward, right? All you got to do is press 1 and teleport to him. Remember, you can teleport back to the character. Okay. So that's my little video for today.